Hello everybody, this is Bob Anderson, and I'm going to do a video on a new trade for the YouTube channel. It's not one I've ever talked about, I don't believe, in this YouTube channel. Now I have talked about it to a couple traders that watch this YouTube channel, but I've never actually talked about this trade in the YouTube channel. And basically what I call it is the open range break, okay? And what it is it is all price action on the equity markets, okay? On the equity markets. So, and predominantly the heavy hitters, NQ and the ES, okay? But what you do is you bracket all the price action from 9:30 to 9:45. And what you're basically looking for is you're looking for the break out of that range or the break back into that range. And you're actually going to play it for trades. And I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute. Okay? It's when you get your mind around it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay? So anyways, it is I consider it a price action trade because it's literally, remember I talk about this. Let me just kind of allude to this. I say this a lot. I call it I don't take any trades before 9:45 because they're playing their reindeer games. That's what I call it. Well, this is the setup of the reindeer games. You know, they're pushing it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and they're creating this box. And then what they like to do is they like to get the novice traders, you and me, the non-professionals, to lean one way or another, who trade not patiently but impatiently. Okay. And so they like to get you leaning one way, trying to get that big trade, and then they slam you the other way. Well, this kind of takes out all that noise and has you focus on the forest through the trees, not the leaves on the ground. Okay? So what I'll do is I'll show you what I mean by the box, by creating the box. And then what you do is you enter one tick of the break of the box, one direction or the other. And then what you do is you have basically a 10 tick stop. Throw your stop below your break candle's pivot, the bottom of that candle, if it's less than 10. And then your target is 40 ticks minimum. Okay? So you're looking for a 4-to-1 minimum. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then so you got a 10 tick stop loss. And then if, for example, if you're going to break this zone and the overnight open is right above you, for example, and say you're going to break it, try to take it breaking it long, don't do that. Just don't do that. You may want to take the rejection trade, which I'll show you that. Because you can trade this box two different ways. All right. So I'm going to show you this week's trades in the ES. If you created the box, patiently waited till 9:45 is over, and you took the trades exactly the way I'm going to tell you to take them today. I'm not going to, not the reversal trades. We can talk about the reversal trades too, but if you just take the one-time trade break, what would have happened to you is Monday you would have lost 10 ticks. Tuesday you would have gotten 40, but I'm going to show you how you should have had 74. And then Wednesday you would have lost 10. Thursday you would have lost 10, and Friday you would have gotten 40. So this one simple straight setup of just taking the trade once, not the reversal trade. I will show you the reversal trade. But just taking the trade once, you would have had 50 ticks minimum net in the ES today, just taking a trade that literally happens at about 9:46 to 9:50 every morning, to possibly a 74 tick target, which I'll show you how you could have had that. So you would have had only 2 wins, 3 losses, and you still would have made a bucket of money. That's $650. That's $900 and some dollars. So I'm going to show you how you set that up, and then I took screenshots of Monday through Friday on the ES, and I also took screenshots of the NQ. So I'm going to walk you through how those look. Okay, here we go. Jesus, my cleaning lady is upstairs cleaning my dining room. So you guys can probably hear the noise. I don't know, maybe not. Anyway, so let's talk about how you do this. Okay, so let's just say that this is price. All right, so what you got is while price is forming, you've got your 9:30 time frame right here. Okay, and you got your 9:45 time frame, which is right here. So there's 2 ways to do this. I normally draw a box because I'm looking for this trade once and once only when I take it. Now, if you're looking to trade it multiple times, it's better to draw lines, and I'll show you what I mean both ways here in a minute. So here's your box, and I'm just creating this box as price moves. Okay, so like I already have the box on the screen and all that stuff, and I just click the corner and drag it if it goes further down until that 9:45 is done. Okay, and when that 9:45 is done, boom, that's it. I take the short, and bam, there's your 50 ticks. There's your 40 ticks. Actually, this went for 50, but there's your 40 ticks. Down here, your entry is 68.50, and so 58.50 is right. Where is it? Right there. I think it's 58.50 is what you need. 68 and 58. Yeah. 10 points. Right there. 10 points. God, it helps if I show you in the camera. So your break of this box. This is your zone. So this is your zone from exactly 9:30 to 9:45. And then you take the break of that box. 10 tick stop. Boom. 10 points. 10 points right there. Rolls up, goes back down again. Okay? So 10 points right there. That was Friday's trade. Okay? That was Friday. I believe that was Friday's. I took screenshots to show you the rest, but what I wanted to do was show you how to actually create the box. So that's why I went with the live screen. Okay? Now the other way to do it is to take your horizontal line and just bam there, and as price is moving, bam there. Oh wait, Jesus, I did the wrong one. Hold on, I made an arrow. God, I'm telling you, it's been a long week, folks. Horizontal line. There we go. Boom. There's your other one. And obviously you can, color them up and make them bigger and all that kind of stuff, because what you're trying to do is, besides getting them to show up, is you're trying to look for the reaction at that area going forward. So what I mean by that is, when price has a tendency to go above it, it has a tendency to stay there again. And then they push it up through the other side. Push it from one end to the other, and then rotate it back. I mean, I'm telling you, this happens over and over and over again. If we aren't in a trending day, they'll throw it out of the box, then they bring it back and they leave it in the box, and they'll bring it to the other side of the box. Now, I'm not telling you how to trade all this stuff over here. I'm telling you right now just how to do this trade. Now, I know people that literally trade just this trade, okay? And so they're very, very skilled at, once this thing comes up and goes back in the box, how to ride it to the other side. It's not a coincidence that this thing ran up to the other side and came back down. That is not a coincidence. But it would be a coincidence if I actually showed you in my freaking video. So up, inside the box, and boom. So if you do the horizontal lines, you can see price action down further from just this box. Okay? So let's talk about, so that was Friday. I'm going to show you Thursday's trades. All right, so here's Thursday. Okay, here's Thursday. And this is a screenshot, so I'm not going to have a crosshairs going. But 8:30 to 9:45, I know it doesn't look like it is, but this is 9:45. I scrunched up the chart and this timer's off. This is literally 9:45 right here. So this came up to the top, didn't break, went down, came up, broke, boom, you would have been in there for the long, and it reversed on you. And lo and behold, look what it did. It came down the other way. Okay? So, what day is that? That is Thursday. Let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday, same thing. Here's your zone. Ran up. Now, you're going to see a pattern here, by the way. Ran up out of the box, broke back in the box, and all the way down. If you note that, and that's, God, it just really helps if I videotape the whole thing. So it rolls out of the box. This is your long right here. It goes up about 2 points. It broke back in the box and ran all the way down. And I mean, that's not a small fall. That fall from there to the, just from the break at the bottom of this candle here to even here, which is still inside the box, is 10 points. Okay? So that's why if that price comes back in that box, you need to get out of the way. Okay? Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to run it from one side of that box to the other. All right? I'm just telling you how this works. And I'm telling you how to trade it yourself. Run it up, put your stop here if it's less than 10 ticks. If it's not, keep it at 10 ticks until you can put it to where it's 10 ticks. Okay? And your target is 40. All right, so then we go to Tuesday. I'm going backwards. All right, so here's Valentine's Day. All right, so there, your box is right here. Okay, and so you got your high over here. You got your low down here, which I didn't draw this box that well. But look what happens. When it broke out, here it went. Now your 40 ticks, because your long is right around 34 and a half. Your 40 ticks out of that box is right about here. So you may say to me, well, Bob, how do I get that other 20 some ticks? Well, because you really, with the overnight open right here, you really should play it into the overnight open. Okay? That's where the extra money could have been played. You could have put your stop below this pivot and let it come up and then get the rest of your ticks. Then you got Monday. Monday's that day that I made that trade that made all my money right here. But anyways, this one came out of the box, back in the box, boom, 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 and then back out of the box. That trade, that was a one and done. You're out. You would have lost. Okay? So let's go to the NQ, which is not my instrument of choice, but it does work. Here's an example right here, what I talked about. So here's your box. Here's your box. Here's your 945. Here's your 930 low. Okay? When this thing blew up and out, this is your overnight open. That's not a trade. You cannot take that into the overnight open. But of course, you could have taken the rejection of the overnight open as a wonderful trade, as one of my subscribers actually did. And he made, let me see here, he sent me a note on it. He made $1,620 on that rejection of the overnight open. He sent me a note on it and sent me the screenshot. Anyways, so then you get to Then you get to, let's see here. What day is that? Here's another one. All right, now on this one, here's your box. Once again, you break in the box. Price stays up. Price stays up and out of your box. And I mean, I don't know much about the NQ, but you're in at this went into the overnight open. If you wanted to hold it, you could. If you didn't, you didn't. It's up to you. But if you played the trade out of the box, you can see where it went. I mean, I don't know much about the NQ, but I can guarantee you that is a lot of money right there. A lot of money. So let's go to the next one in the NQ. So this one broke out the top, came back down, knocked you out. So you lost 10 ticks. Here's another one. All right, now you've got your box here. You break in the box right here in the NQ. And again, I don't know much about the NQ, but I'm pretty confident that that is a lot of money right there. So, get my freaking indicators over here telling me about a trade. I need to stop it. Anyways, all right, let's see here. So that is my box open trade. It's intended to work about half the time, but when the market's moving or the market's trending, it can be a beast. But when it does bust out of those boxes and it goes, you can move your stop to protect yourself. And you can look for 40 ticks, easily 40 ticks. Honestly, every one of these trades that I show you guys, I'm intending for them to work. I mean, I think I need to be clear on this. I'm intending for them to work about 50% of the time. And that's why when I give you my anticipated stop loss and my anticipated targets, I try to use at least a 2-to-1. I took 2 trades today. Let me show you my 2 trades today. Today was Friday, February 17th. Let me show you my 2 trades that I took today. Here they are, right here. Okay, this is my 2 trades. This was in the ES. Well, actually, I took 3 trades. I squirreled myself. I took a CL trade that worked like a charm, but I allowed myself to get ticked out with a 1 tick profit or something like that. I don't know. So we don't even want to talk about it. But anyways, so this is the ES right here, and this is patience, folks. I tell people you just got to be patient. You got to wait for the right setup. You got to look for all the things you want. Here's this zone over here to your left. That's an hour before what's going on over here. Okay, so let me get rid of this. All right, so we rolled up across the red line, created a new pivot high higher than all this stuff over here an hour before. We rolled down, and I got antsy because I thought I would take the break off the 5-minute red line. I went in, came down, it knocked me out for 2.5 points, 10 tick stop. Okay, so, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. Here's the interesting part. I was as calm as can be. I was as calm as can be. Why was I so calm? Because I said to myself, that's no big deal. This gold line right here, which is the 5-minute gold line, which is the real beast of the trade, especially in the ES, that I trust more than the red line by far in the ES, is the next line to come. We roll down into it, pierced it right here. My little system that I'm working on to tell you that this is a trade is screaming at me, Bob, take the trade. So I took the trade right here. Now, what did I do? Okay, this is important. I looked at the fact that I had this little area to break here to my left, which it did pretty easily. And then I looked at this. It's trade management, folks. I looked at this, okay? I'm at the first touch of my 5-minute gold line after a crossover of the red line, okay? And I'm looking at the fact that my high is 85.75. My entry is way down here at 77. So it's like 8 points away. So I said to myself, I said to myself, why split? Why have one win and one loss today for a net of like half of a trade when I'm going to get my money back? Because that pivot was so much farther up than a lot of pullback pivots. I'm going for all the money. So I went for my 5 points plus the 2.5 that I lost on my first trade, plus commissions. Okay, so what did that mean? That meant I went for exactly 7 points, 7.75 points. There she is. 7.75 points. Now, why did I go for that? Because of this, because this was so far up there. And by the way, once this thing plowed through to 5 points, I grabbed my stop and I ran it up to 5 points, and I guaranteed myself the 5 points, okay? So I was going to get my 5 points, but if I could get my 7.75 points, which got me all my money back from my loss, got me back my commissions, it basically left me $251 and some odd cents after commissions on the trades per account, 3 accounts, $750. It took me until 10:28 to find my first trade to feel comfortable with. Didn't work? That's okay. I got my next one at 10:32. Got my money back. 3 accounts, $750. I'm good. I'm good. Stress-free trading. Specific pinpoint entries. If you looked at the entry that I had, that thing just went zzz, right up to the target. Cleared that target by a little bit and rolled right back over. It's magic. That's why I went for the 775, because I looked to my left. I saw how much room had been cleared out for me. I also saw that what happened to the left had cleared out price even further back, which is what gave me the confidence that that first crossover pullback was going to work. When you start recognizing these things and seeing these things, there's nothing simpler than what I'm doing right here. Nothing simpler. Anyways, everybody have a good day. I've got story after story. I had one trader yesterday message me. He banked $4,200. I had another one message me. He took an overnight open trade and a 5-minute gold line trade all in one trade, because he got 50 ticks on the overnight open trade. And in the process, it allowed him to go into a 5-minute gold line trade. And he ended up with, I got it right here, he sent me his actual account, $5,496.40. I cannot tell you the nice things that he said to me in this message. Everybody have a good day. Bye.